he's stuck with a policy from a previous administration. And the operative factor there, if we're to believe the new Woodward book, I haven't read the book yet, but from news accounts, I mean, they really wrestled with both policy on Iraq and Afghanistan. But the military comes to him and says, you know, if you don't keep the troops in Iraq, you're going to be the one who lost Iraq to the terrorists. That's how history is going to remember you. And not only that, I'm going to leak all this information to the media, or I'm going to resign and leak all this information to the media, and basically blackmail the president. And then the question is he willing to stand up to that? You know, Harry Truman fought down General Douglas MacArthur in the Korean War and fired him for doing stuff like that. But we'll see if Obama has the gumption to actually take on the military. And the support, it's not just the military alone, but the neocons and those Republicans who want to see the war continue and so on. In the case of Afghanistan, he really thought that was a just war to begin with. I think he's wrong. I opposed the war from Afghanistan from the very, very beginning, because what we see now was absolutely predictable back in 2001. You can't overthrow a government and send in a few U.S. troops and pretend like everything's going to be okay. Yeah, you're going to have to constantly send in more and more troops. They're going to get into a meat grinder, and you're going to find the situation that exists now. So there, I think, apparently the debate was, the military said, if we simply get this surge, we'll be able to turn the situation around. We'll be able to knock the Taliban back on their heels and be able to then force a negotiated settlement on our terms. That was what the military told him, and he went along with it. It ain't worked out that way. So now the real push is going to come. What happens in December when they announce their review of their strategy, and next July when he said he was going to start drawing troops down. He never said he was going to withdraw the troops. He said he would draw the troops down. I don't think he's going to have a lot of good options.
Last question.
Just getting a little away from the war. Islam is such an important factor in all of this, and I'm just kind of curious from your experience in the field, since you've been there so much, of what you've done personally, kind of embrace the culture and kind of get to know those civilians who were so affected by it.
Well, it is interesting for a Jewish guy from LA to wander around the Muslim world, isn't it? And very eye-opening. And I'm a very outgoing kind of guy. And if people ask, you know, also wherever I am, I kind of look like that. So in Syria, they thought I was Syrian, and in Iraq and Iran, they thought I was Iranian. So inevitably, we kind of get into a discussion about my background and so on. And you know, Islam is a tolerant, peaceful religion, as is all religions. I'm an atheist, so I'm like the strangest of birds in the Middle East. You know, an atheist Jew. Oh my God. Oh, and you're from Hollywood. I see. All right. So what's Sean Penn really like? The people, extremists hijack religion, all religions. And so right now, Islam is being, they're trucking into the building. Oh, wasn't. You know, Islam is being vilified. You know, we know the burning of the Quran and the Cultural Center issue in New York and so on. Because a very small number of people have carried out horrific acts in the name of Islam. In Israel, some Jews murdered Palestinians in the name of Israel, in the name of Judaism. In this country, people assassinate abortion doctors in the name of Christianity. Does that mean we shouldn't allow churches to be built, you know, near the scene of the Oklahoma City bombing because of the the perpetrator of that was a Catholic? So I think I learn a lot. I learn a lot every country I go to, because Islam is practiced somewhat differently in each country. The political Islam is interpreted differently in each country, as is political Christianity or anything else. So again, I try to keep my ears open, my eyes open, learn, try not to be an ugly American. If I make mistakes, try to make them not too bad. try to learn from them and not make them again.
All right.
AJ had his hand up from the beginning.